health figure. This is the Star Report. I'm your host, Star, PKA King Crab, on a Sunday. All right. How are you guys doing, troll babies? And I have a lot of new viewers and listeners as well. I want to talk to you this afternoon or evening, wherever you may be, about the new film, Avatar, The Way of the Water. James Cameron's pet project. He calls himself Jim Cameron, but we know him as James Cameron. He's one of the great directors. He's one of the greats, you know, and I like most of his work, I will say that. And many of you should know him from, in case you don't, The Terminator. That was his breakthrough directorial film. Aliens, The Abyss, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, True Lies, Titanic, and Avatar, the first Avatar, which came out in 2009, and now Avatar, The Way of the Water, 2022, okay? So, I took 3 hours out of my day yesterday to watch this film. And I want to tell you about it, but I want to be as precise as I can, because sometimes, or a lot of times, people who are older, I'm 58, you know this, they tend to become more cynical, stuck in their ways. Not me when it comes to science fiction films. I've been a sci-fi lover and a reader going back many, many, many years. I'm a big sci-fi buff with regards to the golden age of science fiction. So this is my world. This is my world. And I took the time. However, I did not watch all 3 hours. First of all, I watched it on the illegal free movie website right here at my desk on the big-ass iMac. I watched an hour of the film, and then I got tired. I went to go make some food. I went to Home Depot. I came back. I mopped the kitchen floor. I put my, the few dishes that I have, I put them away, made sure that my counter was dry because I have OCD. Went and took a nap, got back up 2 hours later, made a cup of coffee, and then went back to the film. Now, the film, as I said, has already made its money back. Here in North America, its first week, sales, $134 million. And it opened in London, to be precise, on December the 6th, okay? So it's already made its money back, and there are other sequels already in the works. It wasn't trash. It wasn't trash. Again, I like James Cameron's work. However, there are some things that just made me say, what? Okay. If you're a parent, I recommend taking your kids to see this film in the theaters. In the theaters. They will enjoy it. You know, the colors and the characters with the tails. They're riding the fucking beast in the water and in the air. But it just, some things for me, I'm like, why am I watching these animated creatures and they sound like they're from Chicago? They had American accents. I mean, there was no clicking noises when they spoke, nothing to make them sound like they were like a unique indigenous culture. Am I crazy? Good afternoon, troll babies. I'm going to try and take this slow. That was a little weird. Then you got some white boy, he's jumping around with locks, and he looks like he's got a cork in his ass. That was a little weird. I'm like, what the fuck? Now, the storyline, I don't know. Let me say this in case some of you are not familiar with this franchise. This is a franchise, 20th Century Fox, is the owner of this franchise, and it started in 2009. I saw the first film in the IMAX theater West 60, whatever that is, 63rd or something like that, in New York City, where you go downstairs. Me and my beautiful girlfriend at the time, she was 24 years of age from St. Vincent. We're in the theater on that goofy shit. We got the 3D glasses on. And we had a good time. She enjoyed it. And truthfully, I forget the fucking story. And here we are now, 13 years later. There's the sequel, 13 years later. And I couldn't get into it. Now, again, this is his pet project. I was pleasantly surprised to see Sigourney Weaver, who we all love from the Alien franchise. Ripley. Sigourney Weaver can do no wrong in my book. I will accept her in any role. She's just, elite Hollywood acting, okay? But this film, it dragged. And again, watching this on the illegal free movie website, after the 1 hour, when I came back, after 30 minutes, I found myself pushing the fast forward button on my keyboard. I'm like, I don't want to hear all the dialogue, which was just like really cheesy. Troll babies, anybody know what I'm talking about? I want to hear from you. If you said this was a great film, okay, I won't be mad at you for saying that. I'm not saying it was trash. I'm not saying that. I kept pushing the button when all just the long dialogue scenes. So I got through another hour. Remember, 3 hours. I then took a fucking break. I went upstairs. I had to, do some stuff in my office, taking shit off the walls because I'm moving out of here in July. I'll tell you about that later. Came back downstairs, got through the final hour. But again, I'm pushing the fast forward button. The storyline is it's not that unique to me. There are unless I missed it, there's no memorable lines. Troll babies, any memorable lines? This is a new day and time, so people want action on the screen. And the reason why the sequel, if I didn't mention this, took so long, 13 years, as most sci-fi directors do these days. Same with George Lucas. George Lucas was waiting for the technology to catch up to what he was thinking with regards to the Star Wars franchise. But when he put out The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and the other one, they were all trash, the prequels. Trash. A lot of times, the stories have to be unique. I didn't hear anything, unless I missed it, in this new film, Avatar, The Way of the Water. There was nothing that made me say, oh, that was a cool line. Oh, that was some great writing. Anybody want to chime in? Did I miss anything? Yeah. Okay, so the kids in the theaters, they're going to love all the underwater stuff. Ooh, they're swimming underwater in the... Oh, and there's one scene. Hold on a second, where a guy's arm gets ripped off. Pow! And then the arm is flying through the air. A cable ripped his arm off. I said, well, that's a little rough for like a 6-year-old to see that. Anybody take notice to that? I'm sorry, did I say Hilfiger yet? Okay, just want to make sure I got that in. 3 hours. 3 hours. Again, it wasn't trash, but I won't see this film again unless, I'm with a girl and she wants to take her kids. But I would already know that I'm going to sleep through an hour and a half of this, And how much are the movies today? If you take 3 kids, what are you looking at? $100 minimum? Hang on a second, guys. I got to get my lemonade together today. $100? Somebody said, nigga, what are you, stupid? That's $250. Three kids? The movies today? Okay, I can see $200 because you take the kids, you're in the theater, they start snacking on shit, and then one of them says, Daddy, I gotta go to the bathroom. You take them to the bathroom, you come back, they want something in the fancy fucking colored box. It's just the colors that make them want something. There's been studies on this shit. They want something else. You get back to the seats. One of the kid goes to take a bite off of the other kid's hot dog. The whole fucking hot dog drops on the floor. Bang! Daddy, I need another hot dog. How much are the hot dogs now? $2? Somebody said, nigga, you are stupid. Hot dogs are $14. That's cap. That's got to be cap. You're trolling. So anyway, the kids will probably like this. I think I really started just really feeling funny about sci-fi films when the Transformers franchise came out. That was just too hard on my eyes in the screen. Bang, 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 bang. I was like, whoa, Jesus. So, again, all of the animations and the other stuff that goes along with this film, 3 hours was a lot. It was a lot, and I just want to say, hey, you have to call in and tell me, hold on a second, whether it was a good film or not. Hold on. Okay. And I want to also talk about, I impersonated somebody today. Hold on. I just want to check something before I continue on. Yeah, CGI. All of that shit went into this film, so yeah. If you're, of the newer generation, you probably will like it. Okay, guys, sit tight on the phones. I feel like talking. I just want to lay some things out. And I saw that Amari Stoudemire allegedly beat up his daughter. Holy smokes, he's been arrested. If anybody wants to chime in about that, 14 years of age. Well, he has 2 kids. No, pardon me. I think 3 or 4 kids. But the one up on TMZ, supposedly according to the mother, because the mother of one of the kids called the police, he looks mad in the mugshot. Amari Stoudemire, arrested for domestic violence, allegedly beat daughter. Supposedly, I'm not going to go into this. Call in if you like. I don't give a fuck. Now, troll babies. Listen to me carefully. First of all, I deal with receipts. Earlier today at 12:32 p.m., okay? Today's the 18th. I went to return something at Macy's. I'm not going to say which Macy's, but here's the receipt. Can you see? See, it says return. I scratched out which Macy's it is. I'm standing in line, and there's a really hot black chick doing the returns. Looked like she was somewhere in her 20s. Maybe a size 0 or a size 1 dress. Slim, trim, pretty-ass fucking skin. She was so black, she looked blue. And every once in a while, I, like many of you men, you get a fetish for some jungle loving, right? And I said, oh, shit. I thought of Judy Pace. Judy Pace is going very far back. I'm not going to go into her history, but she just always stuck in my mind as a child. So catch this. I get up to the goddamn register. I give her the receipt and the item. I swear on everything I love. She says, you funny as hell. And I said, hey, okay. She then says, and Gilly be cracking me up. She said, and Gilly be cracking me up. Who did she think I was, troll babies, before I continue? I instantaneously said, halo popped over my head. Bing! Who did she think I was? Yeah, okay. I then said, quick thinker that I am, again, Macy's, earlier today. I said, yeah, Gilly be tripping. She started doing the transaction. I'm looking at this fine-ass physique. Again, slim, trim, dark skin. She wasn't wearing a lace front or a weave. A lot of these black girls, they have good hair. The ones that let their hair, let their hair out. Their hair had bounce. It wasn't like that nasty fucking JT, Young Miami horse weaves that they wear. The hair had some bounce. And I said to her, I got on some real grimy shit. I said, you engaged? She said, no. Troll babies, don't ever ask a girl or woman, is she married? Because if she says yes, then you look like a slime ball trying to get with her. I said, you engaged? She said, no. I said, oh. Then I just got aggressive. I said, give me a number. I said, write it down. She started laughing. She said, you live out here? I said, no, I'm leaving next week. So give me a number. She finished the transaction, wrote her number down, which I have right here. And I said, okay. I said, I'm going to see you Thursday before I leave. And she said, all right. And before I left, I looked over the counter. I said, what size heels do you wear? She said, what? I said, what size heels do you wear? She said, 7. You already know what it's about. Oh, I got the Fashion Novas already, huh? Oh, freak nigga star. She thinks I'm Wallow from $1 Million Worth of Game. Oh, I don't give a goddamn if you tell him I'm gonna have my tongue in her butt cheeks before Thursday. On God, as you would say. On God. Back in the days, if you're new to the show, I used to impersonate, what's that guy's name? Lou Bega. Na-na-na-na-na, Mambo number 5. And when I was bigger, I used to impersonate Reverend Run. She thinks some Wallow nigga from $1 Million Worth of Game. You better tell him I'm about to smash in the ATL, and I'm not going to tell her that I'm not. Okay, all right. I'm going to take some calls and things like that, Cash App, Super Chat, with regards to the Avatar film that I watched yesterday in its entirety. Oh, God. Also, for those who have been paying attention to the Young Thug, Gunna, YSL, Rico case, troll babies, who is Slime Life Shorty? Slime Life Shorty took a plea deal. He says he did not snitch, but catch this. He says, Slime Life Shorty, yeah, I'm home. Ain't have to snitch to get here. Dickhead, I admit it, Young Slime Life was a gang cause it ain't illegal for no group to be a gang. Look it up. That don't hurt nobody. Anybody can be a gang. Plus the founder already admitted it's stupid. What I pose to say, pardon me, folks, I struggle with Ebonics. If a founder admitted it, what I then, D-E-N, do was say yes, it's a fact. People in YSL commit crimes like murder and etc. because I don't know none about that. Who is Slime Life Shorty? He took a plea deal. He admitted that YSL is a gang. Now, listen, I hope my theory is wrong about Kevin Liles, but all you have to do is just go look up the definition of a gang. Let me read it to you according to Wikipedia. A gang is a group or society of associates, friends, or members of a family with a defined leadership and intentional organization that identifies with or claims control over territory in a community and engages either individually or collectively in illegal and possibly violent behavior. Kevin Liles, you've done nothing to me. I'm a journalist, homie. You know how I get down on this, in this media game. The show I did the other day about Gunna possibly opening the door for federal investigation to Kevin Liles. He's now got another person saying YSL is indeed a gang. That's all I'll say. You guys keep me posted. I wish nothing bad upon Kevin Liles, but hey, these niggas are rolling over, okay? Okay. Hang on a second. Who's texting me? Please, not now. Okay. My showrunner is the South changing black culture. Is the South changing black culture? If it is it a good thing? Maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe we have been looking down our noses at the South over the decades, over the centuries. But in reality, up north, nothing was really changing for the better. Up in the New York tri-state area, going back to the 80s when they killed Eleanor Bumpers, Amadou Diallo, and a host of others. What has really changed? What has really changed? Up in Baltimore, what was the guy's name? Freddie. He got choked out by somebody. Was it Freddie Gray? Hold on a second. And somebody killed him. It wasn't the police. Killing of Freddie Gray in 2015. All the cops beat the charges. Who was the guy? Eric Gardner. Eric Gardner got choked the fuck out. So my question, and let me just ponder this before I open up the floodgates. Is the South changing black culture? Now, we see black culture and we are aligning it with rap music, which I don't think is the best thing to do. That's the reason why I take issue with Kevin Liles and other people talking about the greatness that hip-hop has done for black culture. No. Fuck no. We've seen music going back to, who that here? That's just my baby daddy. That's one of the most ignorant songs I've ever heard. And we love it. Do they still play that in the clubs, Troll Babies? Who that here? That's just my baby daddy. Hold on, goddamn. That's just my baby. B-Rock and the Biz. What year did that come out? Shit. Folks, I know all the goddamn classics. 1997. LaFace and Arista. Okay, just give me a second. Is the South changing black culture? Up north, they destroyed rap music all on their own. I don't believe, Jermaine Dupri is trying to take credit now for bringing Southern music up to the north. Jermaine Dupri, would you please shut your fucking face? You're admitting to payola. I see you. Talking about he was paying DJ Envy and paying DJ Clue to play music up north. That's payola! Jermaine Dupri, shut your fucking mouth! They did themselves in New York, if you ask me, all by themselves. So the question is a little layered. Is the South changing black culture? Now let's get beyond rap music and hip hop. Some would say, well, Star, the South always led the charge. They just never got their credit. Martin Luther King Jr. out of the South, huh? Martin Luther King Jr. and others of the civil rights era were in the streets. You have to give Martin Luther King Jr. his credit. And some of you have never even read his writings. Hold on a second. I'm going to give it to you again. Hold on. Martin Luther King Jr. was a great man. Threshold of a new decade. 1959 to 1960, the papers of Martin Luther King Jr. A lot of people just think that, because Malcolm X and Farrakhan were talking all that hot shit that they were actually in the streets. They were not. Not like people in the South. People in the South have always been out there getting bust upside their head on the front lines. So, is the South changing black culture? And the last thing I want to say before I jump out the window here. The Atlanta metro area. Atlanta is the new Black Wall Street, folks, whether you like it or not. I know you got people talking crazy, young Jeezy talking about, I own half of Atlanta. No, you don't, you fucking slave. Stop it. Stop it. The corporations that are in Atlanta and the growing corporations, this is a business hub down here like never before. Like never seen before. Shit is lit, it's popping down here. Is the South changing black culture? There's a lot of things coming out of the Atlanta metro area that people want to preserve. And even though I've been a little harsh on Atlanta over the last year or so, you can come down here, and if you want to work hard and don't come down here with, trying to hustle all that old up north dollar bill, slickster shit, you'll be okay. Is the South changing black culture? Let me just look in the live chat before I go to the phone lines or anything. Okay. And is it changing for the... I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Up in New York and the Bmore area, you got Kevin Lyles and the rest of these people trying to stop law enforcement from using the admission of crimes in their fucking music. But down here, they're not playing that fucking game. Down here, you say some dumb shit, they're getting your bum ass up off the streets. Yes, bum ass. They're getting you the fuck up off the streets, and they're getting you the fuck out of here. So the hardworking, tax-paying, and law-abiding citizens can live amongst like-minded people. So that's my question, is the South changing black culture? All right, I see you guys on the phone lines. Hang on a second. Hi, Patrice. I got your donation via PayPal. Yeah, yes, Patrice. She thinks I'm Wallow up at Macy's. Why should I, deprive her of whatever it is she wants? A fantasy, a good time. Thank you for your donation. And Jordan Wells, if you want to chime in and promote your new book, please do so. Just give me a call, all right? Brandon, I got your donation. F you, Star! You don't know sci-fi cinema. Okay, so Brandon, what'd you think about Avatar? I watched it. Did you? 3 fucking hours. It was draining as hell. Blade's happening. Nigga out here committing identity theft to get into a 22-year-old's pants. Paul Scumbag living up to his name. She's not 22. She's almost 30, Okay, thank you, Blade. I got your other donation. Okay. A black queen crawls. Oh, my God. Yes, oh, my God. You guys have to call in about the black woman who... Did she crawl to King Charles? I just saw her crying. Troll babies, did that black woman crawl? Tell me that British subject didn't crawl to King Charles. Oh, my gosh. What did she say? What did she say? I told you about them goddamn Jamaican coons, huh? There's no one like them. Meow bleach. Me, I bleach everything. Area code 347. Good afternoon. 347. Can you turn
Hey,
it?
what's up?
Yes, sir. Turn that down in the
Hey,
background.
what's up?
Yes, sir. Turn that down, please, in the
Hey,
background.
what's up?
How
Hey,
are?
what's up, Star Man?
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, they are really trying to change history with all these movies now. I'm looking at it. Look at these movies now. Did you watch the Emancipation
The
with Will Smith?
No, I don't want to see a Will Smith slave movie right now. Absolutely not. Did you?
Yeah. Well, they switched that. I've seen it, but they switched it up. They said 1963. That's the Emancipation, right? But wasn't Haiti out of slavery since 1804? So like, how that match up? It don't even match up. So you went and got a slave from over the island that wasn't even a slave. So like, they try to switch up. They try to switch up history and say things based on true stories.
Well, sir, who is they? Who's they? Who's they?
Whoever's trying to put the algorithm of saying that is a based on true story, it can't. The timeline don't fit. If you get
All right,
what
sir, that's not my topic. I don't give a goddamn about Will Smith and that new film. I'm talking about Avatar.
Yeah,
Did you see Avatar, sir?
yeah, the Avatar. I seen the first one. I didn't get to see the second one yet.
Okay.
I didn't,
Are you a father, sir? Are you a father? Are you a father?
Yes, I'm a father.
Can I recommend?
Yes,
Take the kids to see the new Avatar film, The Water, the Way of the Water. Spend $250.
Yeah.
It's all about the kids. Never mind who's trying to change history. We were sitting on gold toilets back in the days. We was
listen.
Who cares?
Listen, Star. I was just upset when I just went and took them to go see what's that, Wakanda. So now, like, me to go back to the movie theaters is kind of like a real big thing right now because it's like, yo, that was a waste of my time. So like at the end,
Stop, sir. Stop. Please stop. Listen to me. My mother used to take me and my brother to the movies all the time back in the 70s. It's never a waste of time. It's not about you. It's about the kids, sir. Take
but
the
my
kids
kids,
to
they
see.
rather go on vacations now. They want to go places. They want to stamp the passport.
Gotcha.
So like that's what they want to do. They don't want to go do go and watch these movies. They rather go be antisocial away from people. And there's a respect. They just like me. I can't knock them.
Gotcha.
But but at the same time, you know what? I've seen you on Funk Flex. I respect everything that you said, and I love the big up for Buffalo and the Griselda team.
Oh yeah,
definitely they don't get enough recognition for as much they got bars and they bring in New York back. A lot of people.
Well, now, hang on, sir. Are you from New York? Where are you from?
Getting about.
So where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Listen to me, because I don't want to go left, right. I want to stay focused on Avatar, the new Avatar film.
Yeah.
Buffalo, New York.
Definitely.
New York. The home of Oscar Alston, one of the greatest bass players for over 2 decades. Do you know that name?
Yes, Oscar Alston. I heard you talk about it before.
Who is he? Who is he, sir? Who is he, sir? Who is he?
I heard you talk about him before on your show. I never looked him up or anything like that.
Stone City Band, sir. He was the man in the studio that laid everything down for Rick James, and when they went on tour, he was the man live. He played a Music Man bass, one of the baddest. He was right there with Mark Adams from Slave, Aaron Mills from Cameo, Bootsy, Bernard Edwards, Oscar Alston. Okay?
Yeah. And another.
Thank you, man. Thank you. What was he talking about? Something with they trying to change. I see the new Will Smith film on the free movie site. I don't want to watch it. I'm just not in the mood for a slave film right now. Guys, I got some sponsors. I want you to tap in. BBE TV Podcast on videomixtape.com. I'm here to promote you guys. Feel free to call in, promote your channel, your latest video. I'm excited to have you guys as sponsors. Please tap in, okay? How do I say your name? Okay, Shorencia? Okay, she sends in a cash app, a nice size cash app too. Star, are you going back to New York radio? Never say never, but here's the thing, young lady. Here's the thing. I love what I do now. I'm still very passionate about what it is that I do media-wise. The Star Report is right where I want it to be. It makes its impact, the analytics, are great. My TSL, time spent listening, and my retention is growing at a rapid rate. My core audience, growth and retention, mobile statistics, I'm where I need to be. I'm going up to New York late January, early February, more so early February, because I don't want to go back up there in the fucking snow and the cold, to talk business. I'm open to discussions, but here's what I want you to know and everybody else. Seattle is calling me. I got a vibe when I was just on my California road trip. I got a chill in Seattle. I was in Seattle for almost 4 days. I was driving through downtown in that RV, and I got a chill. It was an inspiring chill. I parked the RV and I walked for like 35, 40 minutes all through Seattle and the different areas, and I'm looking at apartments. I don't want to move. I don't want to rent a house in the Seattle area. I want to get an apartment downtown, which would be the equivalent to living in the Times Square area in New York City. Step outside a cafe right there. Pow! Fucking another cafe over there. Pow! The Uber's right there. Pow! I like the vibe of Seattle. So I'm going to go to New York to talk. And again, you sent a nice donation. I'll take the time to say this. It's all about me. The journey of self-fulfilling, self-defining, and self-enlightening. Seattle is that place where the young entrepreneurs are, the tech industry. You know this already. Some people that I talk to about Seattle, you know what they say? Oh, it rains all the time. I love that. I love it. I don't want to see niggas in slides every day. I don't want to see bitches in bonnets every goddamn day. I don't want to see Puerto Ricans and all other Hispanics on scooters shooting each other on the fucking streets. Can I get an amen if you know what I'm talking about in Seattle? I don't give a goddamn about this suicide rate. Kill yourself if you don't want to live. and let me just say this. I caught a vibe that reminded me of New Jersey, where people don't necessarily hold the door for you, but they're not ice grilling you either. There's a large Asian community in Seattle, and I'm okay with them. Anybody know what I'm talking about? In Seattle, if an Asian person bumps into you, more than likely they won't say, excuse me. I'm okay with that because they come from a place where, China, where it's crowded, so they're always bumping into each other. They don't say, oh, pardon me, something. I'm okay with that. But just don't ice grill me like you want to fucking slit my throat because, I looked at your girl. I'm rambling, pardon me. I'm open for discussions in New York, but radio is different. They need things up there, and they need someone to do things, but at the same time, they have to give me what I want. And it's not just about a bag. It's not just about a bag. I can get my own bag. I got my bag. But New York is in trouble. And let me just say this one more time. I can't find my PPM numbers. Maybe I shouldn't waste the time. Steve Harvey is kicking everybody's ass up there. He's kicking the Breakfast Club's ass. Kicking Hot 97's ass. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Steve Harvey, WBLS. He's beating them like old slaves up there. And there's a reason for it. And it's not just about having a younger audience. And that's all I'll say. But thank you for your donation. I'll keep you posted. Never say never, but I'm excited about Seattle. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. Number 9. That's who I want to talk to. There he is, Gene Richmond, a.k.a. Number 9. Are you in Atlanta, sir?
I am.
Okay.
I am in Atlanta. I'll be leaving early tomorrow morning.
Okay. So you came down for business, pleasure, or a combination of the two?
More pleasure.
Okay.
Just a little pleasure, a little leisure, and I'm heading back first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay. You have not invited me out for a cup of coffee or a sandwich, you know? Not that
I called you.
Not that
I called you.
You called me when I was doing my show, but you did not text me to say, "Hey, man, can I buy you a fucking slice of quiche? Can I get you a fucking glass of water?" Nothing.
Well, I want to ask you this. You came to New York City, and you did a radio show, and not once did you mention my name. You mentioned
nor would I, sir. And you live in Connecticut. Why would I look you up in New York City? You live hours away.
Of course.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Yeah. And I don't do shout outs.
Not once did you mention my name.
Yeah. Nor would I.
I'm confused.
No, don't be confused. Be clear. Be clear.
Can you unconfuse me?
On another note, Avatar, the way of water. That's the title. Pardon me. I watched it yesterday. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. I know people who saw it. I wasn't a big fan of the first one. I did see the first one. I have no interest in this movie. After the last 3-hour movie, Wakanda Forever movie that I saw traumatized me. I just have no interest in sitting 3 hours. I have no interest in sitting 3 hours in a movie theater to watch a movie anymore. It's just too much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm putting it out there. How about my other showrunner question? Hang on a second. Is the South changing black culture, in your opinion, sir? You are a traveler of sorts, business and bullshit. Is the South changing black culture?
Oh, yeah. Well, since I'm in the South now, I got to say these people are very influential. Atlanta has become a mecca of sorts. I mean, once upon a time, you would say New York, and New York had some kind of substance. It had some kind of value, but Atlanta's the place to be. Atlanta has more reverence and a lot more appeal than it is being up north. I enjoy being out here. You know, it's almost like I come to Atlanta, and it's almost like I'm home. I wonder why. It's a great place. It's almost like I'm home.
now, hang on. For those who don't know, you're from Connecticut. You never lived in New York, the New York City area, right?
No.
From Connecticut.
No.
Okay. Many people say that New York has lost its soul back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and the 80s. There was so much to do, so many different places to go, so many cultural events. But now you've got the corporations that have come in and literally taken over a lot of the real estate. And it's a very cold place now. Do you think that has anything to do with people, coming down to Atlanta or Houston? A lot of people going to Houston too. It's not just Atlanta.
Well, yeah, Houston is a place that I ventured to a lot. I've been there 3 times this year. Well, I think you're right. There is a exodus leaving out of this tri-state, New York tri-state area. But more so, I think it's because of the cost of living, the economy. There's no more bang for your buck in New York. I'm not sure if there ever really was, but there was one point that people gravitated to New York because New York had a culture that people were in awe of. But now it's just high rents, high taxes, and high cost of living in every aspect.
Okay.
And people don't want it. The people are venturing into the South, into places like Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, the Carolinas. So, I mean, yeah, I think the South has a lot of influence.
Okay. Are you yourself planning to move to the South, or are you staying in Connecticut?
You see, Arizona has got me. I don't know what it is about that Phoenix metro area.
You did mention that. Yeah. Okay.
Arizona, I wouldn't go to Seattle. It's dreary. It's depressing.
Yeah.
A lot of overcast. I just,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, it's not for you. You know, it's not for you.
it's not for me.
I know you.
It's too dreary. It's too dreary, and I don't like
They,
pearl.
they, they don't have the lady boys out there that you like. Oh,
Okay.
oh! Shots fired.
That's, I'm not at Macy's talking to some young girl. I'm not at Macy's impersonating someone else. Yeah.
She's of age. She's of age.
Disclaimer.
Well, hey, man, good to hear from you. I would want your opinion because you and I do chop it up about a lot of these new releases. Avatar, The Way of Water. If you need the free movie website, shoot me an email. I'll send you the link again. I think you should watch an hour of it. I mean, it's a conversational piece. It is, man, at this point.
I mean, I can go see the film for free. My brother-in-law, he's a regional manager for one of the major theaters here. I can go see the film for free.
Right. Okay. Okay. Is he out here?
Yeah.
Is he out here?
No, he's in Jersey, but
Okay.
I mean, you know,
Okay.
I have access to seeing this film.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, man, good to talk to you. Unless you want to finish up on anything, number 9.
Well, no, it's I'm glad you're back. You know, I'm not going to get over the fact that you didn't mention me.
Yeah.
While you were in New York City.
Oh, okay. Good to talk to you, man.
I'll get over it.
Thank you, man. Good to talk to you. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's get him out of here. Nigga Desert Thirsty for a shout out. The fuck? Big Nigga 22 got your donation. Lock all these niggers up. Oh, man. Because they riddle our communities with ignorance. They belong in a cell or a grave if they won't reform. Hashtag police your community. My Sicilian cousin says, Troy, we both know you'd receive a files member if I can with a cake that way. Okay, he's always so vile. Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate your donation as always. Guys, on the screen, another one of my sponsors, www.60s.net/app. That's a brand new app that caters to the black community. Caters to the black community, allows you to use freedom of speech without having to without having to worry about losing your platform and so on and so forth. Hang on a second, I got another sponsor I need to make sure I get on the screen here. Hi, Candace. I got your donation. She says, Star, are you really gonna... you really not gonna tell that girl that you're not Wallow? Oh, no, baby. I'm letting her go with it. She said, you're funny. I said, okay. At first, you see, my standard line is, when people say, yo, you look like, or so, aren't you so-and-so? I always say, I don't know, am I? I don't just offer, oh, yeah, I'm Star Porter, Star in Buckwild. I just say, They say, you look familiar. I say, who am I? Oh, no, I forget the name. There's some baseball player who people used to say that I looked like about 10 years ago. I mean, I never benefited from that, but... yeah, this girl was fine as shit. She had bouncy curly hair down to here. It was all hers. She didn't have that little nasty slick down thing that they do. What do you call that shit that all these girls are doing? They're slicking down the fucking hair like it's baby hair. She didn't have that. It was her hair. And she looked like Judy Pace or Teresa Graves from Get Christy Love. And I said, oh, shit, this bitch is hot. I'm going to text her and say, yo, this is Wallow. What are you doing? Doris, I got your donation. She says, my biracial cousin lives, in Brampton and loves it. Okay. Where is that, Doris? I may have drove past there. Hold on, guys. Hold on. And sit tight on the phones. I see you. Okay. City in Washington State. Yeah, I'm thinking about moving just downtown, right in the fucking heart of everything. I'm not trying to be on the outskirts in a house where I gotta worry about a fucking landscape and all that stupid shit. Thank you for your donation, Doris. Mr. Biggs tapping in. Bitches in bonnets along with ninjas. I mean, listen, I can live amongst anybody, you know, but I just, it's too much down here. I was in Home Depot this morning and some niggas walking towards me at fucking 8:30. He's got slides and he's got feet that look like fucking Barney Rubble. Tight jeans and the nigga's like damn near 50. And is that going too far back? You guys know who Barney Rubble is? The feet that look like Barney fucking Rubble. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I just ate a fucking hash brown. Area code 973. Good afternoon. We're talking about the new Avatar film, The Way of Water. Are you up to speed? 973.
Hey, Star, how you doing? This is Jordan Wells.
Hey,
How's
man.
everything?
Good to hear from you. What's cracking with you? Hold on a second. I want to get you all set up here. You've got a brand new book. Good to hear from you, man.
Yeah. I'm doing great. I've just been very, very busy with writing. I actually just released book number 19, and I'm working on another novel. But I actually went back to my first book, which is The Logged Off: My Journey of Escape in the Social Media World.
Right.
I did a second edition of this book because about a couple weeks back I was just looking it over and I wanted to give a revised copy to the public and just to give some updated thoughts and ideas about how this entity has now changed the world, and also how it's kind of like disrupting the growth of the youth, because I just see how it's doing a lot of damage to just how the way their cognitive ability is just on a decline.
Okay.
Where they're not able to think for themselves, and they're just being so programmed to just be followers instead of just like leading themselves and going their own way in life. So
hang on a second, Jordan. On the screen, new book alert, Logged Off by Jordan Wells. And in the community section is a link to that book on Amazon. So you yourself, refresh my memory here, you got off of Twitter and Instagram at what point? Or was it MySpace? When did you say, enough is enough, I've got to pull back?
Yeah, so I remember the date specifically. It was August 25th, 2018 is the day I pretty much just said I'm deleting everything, but I did a cold turkey. Okay. To where I deleted Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and I kind of like took my space away from YouTube a little bit. It was just too much because I was pretty much losing myself in these platforms, and I was just more focused on other people's lives and other people's business, especially like celebrities, and worrying about who's sleeping with who, who's dating who, and all that nonsense that's not my business. And I'm just saying to myself every single morning, first thing I wake up in the morning, why am I checking my phone and checking Instagram? Right. Worrying about what everybody else is doing, and I ain't even get my day started. I ain't even have no coffee, and I'm checking somebody else's Twitter account and stuff like that. So it was just that day. It was enough is enough, and I just deleted everything. I didn't say goodbye to family, relatives that living in different states and all that stuff. I just got rid of everything. People thought I was like dead or something.
Now, hang on a second, Jordan. I remember speaking about this months ago, maybe even a year ago. There's some mental condition that people can develop based on constantly scrolling through Instagram, just endless scrolling. I don't know whether people need medication or how it affects them long term, but there's a clinical term. So some people do need to do what you did and just like pull back and get a fucking life. Yeah.
Yeah. And perfect example. Like I remember a friend of mine. It's just I hung out with her. I couldn't even get her off the phone for 5 minutes. Like she was just constantly checking it every 30 seconds. It's just like this looking at a group chat or social media, Instagram, And I'm just saying to myself, I couldn't even take somebody seriously in this world now, like even like dating or anything like that, because it is always on the phone. And then you see people who are on dates and both of them are looking at their phone at the same time. And there is a problem. It's like these phones have turned into slot machines where people are constantly posting and posting and posting, trying to hit the jackpot and go viral. And they'll just post and record anything. Like if they'll see somebody get shot up and they'll record it.
Yeah.
And you know, and then there's like one point if I can make. I wish the day never happened, but you know, the terrorist attacks of 9/11. I think about that moment and I say, what if that event happened in today's world with these smartphones and social media? I would say, like, you know, instead of people running for their lives, they would have flocked to the towers, pull out their phones and record by the thousands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just and then the internet would have crashed, just uploading all these videos and going live, and then all these conspiracy theories and everything. It just drove the world into a complete circus.
All right,
in my opinion.
So now, hang on a second. So your new book, it's called Logged Off. Folks, I want you to go into my community section. And Jordan, after this live stream, at the top of the comments, I'm going to pin the link there. So make sure that you do respond to people. So now, since you have logged off and you've documented this in your book, do you feel better? Do you find yourself, when you talk to people, they think you're weird or you're hiding something? Who have you become since logging off?
I became a man.
Okay.
I have to say that. I became a man, my own man, I should say, because when I got off of it, I was able to have a mind of my own to where I can voice my own opinions and not be afraid to stand by my opinions just because the other groups of people have a more general opinion, a more biased opinion, and I can still stand firmly on my own square and just say, like, no, this is how I feel. And now it's just I have a better attention span with in-person conversations. I could look people in the eye and have a actual professional dialogue.
Okay.
And it's different now because when I'm on the outside looking in, I'm on the other side of the fence now, and I see the world with everybody their heads down looking at these phones. And in a way, sometimes I feel like an alien in a different planet. I feel like I'm out of the matrix, and I just see a completely different world. But the thing is, I can't tell anybody what to do with their lives. They have to find their own lessons. And I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional. I know that the internet, this is where the money is at.
Yes,
and I respect people's businesses. I respect their businesses. I'm not trying to tell them walk away from $1 million if you're getting endorsement deals and stuff like that off of the internet. No, make your money.
You're just saying pull back and you know, take a good look at yourselves and don't be such a social media whore. Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate you tapping in. As I said, folks, on the showrunner right now, new book alert, Logged Off by Jordan Wells. And Jordan, let's tap in next week, man, and catch up on some things, all right?
All right. Thanks a lot, Star.
Take care. All right. Jordan Wells. Guys, I got to take a quick break and open the window, turn the heat down. What the fuck? And what's going on with Jermaine Dupri? Why is DeBrat telling Bow Wow to pull up? Folks, if you want to be an advertiser on my show with regards to books and things, reach out to me. My email address is always in the description of the show. My email address is thehater1964yahoo.com. We always send out marketing decks so you can see the analytics behind the scenes. That's very, very important. And please look through the marketing deck. Okay? The analytics are up to date. Okay? Also, Eric, if you're out there, man, call in and promote your music. We haven't spoken over a week. www.playericsmusic.com. Okay, he's another one of my sponsors. He's got some really, really good music. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right, guys, is the audio okay? Deeds, are you out there? Send me a text. I had some issue earlier. Hold on. Okay. So what's going on with DeBrat telling Bow Wow to pull up? So Brat at Shad Moss. Oh, okay, Deed says everything is okay. At Shad Moss, you really on some bullshit right now. Now you know I got all the receipts and know the whole stories to a lot. This is DeBrat. Don't do this. Respect a legend. Respect a cultural icon. Respect the person who made your career what it is. I'm asking you now to please stop. I'm sorry at Jermaine Dupri. I cannot be silent about this shit any longer. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Should we change the title? DeBrat tells Shad Moss, pull your punk ass up. Come catch these hands. Fuck, nigga, where we going? Okay, and Jim Bow Wow says, okay, this stems from Bow Wow saying, JD ain't create 106 in Park. Stop the cap. Stephen Hill, and all the great people in the BET office and staff created that show. All I did was capitalize off of what they created and made it mine. I would know. I am Mr. 106. Is Jermaine Dupri claiming he started 106 in Park? Where are we going? First, the niggas talking about he brought the South up to the North, the music. That's not necessarily true, Jermaine. I mean, Jermaine's a good guy. Matter of fact, I'm on his album. What is that thing called? Instructions or what is that album he put me on? Where good guy. I called his voicemail and I called him Jurassic Dwarf and some other things, and he put it on the goddamn album. Is it Instructions? Hang on a second. So Bow Wow says stop capping. We might have to change the title. If nobody gives a fuck about the Avatar movie, we'll change this shit to DeBrat tells Bow Wow to pull up. Come catch these hands. We belong together. Okay, Instructions, 2001. Oh, wait a minute. We may have to switch up here and just get on some monkey shit this afternoon. Okay. No. Okay, so who said this? Man, what the fuck? I really don't have the time or patience for this shit, but I got both today. Bow Wow, what I can't let you do is disrespect my big brother. Okay, this is DeBrat. JD, who you called your dad for so many years, cuz that is pretty much the role, ROLL, you gave him. And instead of saying, hell no, he rocked with it, you are being so rude and disrespectful to the person who believed in you, nurtured you, made you a complete star, wrote all your hits, except the challenge when Snoop brought you to him. He has never done anything to you but help. I ain't finna, Finna, let you, Letchu, drag the most non-confrontation. Okay, she spelled that wrong. Confrontational person who loved, cared for you, and spoiled your ass for years. He isn't and never would disrespect BET execs. He discussed creating 106 in Park before it was created. So black people could have our own TRL. No cap. If this is what you want to do, let's fucking go. Oh, pull up, little nigga, with your disrespectful. Oh, we changing the title. We changing the title. And can somebody call in about Amari Stoudemire? We changing the title. Okay, folks, we're going to get past the Avatar movie. Y'all don't give a shit. The brat tells Bow Wow to pull your bitch ass up. Damn, she said, let's go. Wait a minute. I got time for the bullshit. I'll put it in the bottom line, in the showrunner, pardon me. Area code 513, good afternoon. We're shifting gears. DeBrat has told Bow Wow to pull his bitch ass up. You up to speed? 513.
A little bit. I'm from Ohio, so you already know anything Bow Wow gotta come down my timeline or whatever. but before we get to that, I gotta get at you about these bass players, man.
Uh-oh.
You always talk.
Well, sir, that's not my topic. Hold on a second. Don't try and you're gonna get at me and take the show off its rails.
Okay,
Excuse me. We can speak about something possibly after you address my topic. Avatar, The Way of Water. You up to speed? The Way of Water.
I'm more up to speed with the Bow Wow shit than the James Cameron John. For real. I'm kind of past that. But I mean, what's up with the Brett? Is she ain't she a mother now or something like that?
I don't know, but she's told Bow Wow, let's fucking go.
Yeah, she needs to chill out before Bow Wow posts a picture with a fake Draco and really get himself in trouble out here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Bow Wow needs to stop doing the most, sir, because Bow Wow used to say he was flying in first class when in reality they caught him flying in coach, doing all that extra shit. You know,
he got caught taking that picture with that private plane that everybody be on to take. It's just a plane because I'm in LA actually right now.
Okay.
So that plane's on pier space. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a plane that anybody can go rent, shoot a little music video, do whatever they want with it. You know
so maybe he's doing the most, sir, and maybe DeBrat, who gets down for hers. She's with the shit. She hit that girl upside the head with the bottle. I mean, it cost her millions of dollars, but maybe the brat is not going to watch this nigga, this little fuck nigga, do all that extra shit, disrespect Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, and it's holiday season. They need to sell some of them songs because they don't really got no replayable value to me as far as that whole era or run.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's Christmas time. Maybe they need to spark up a little controversy, get the sales up a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though this whole Christmas time right now is slow, it don't even feel like Christmas at all.
Well,
to me, at least. I don't know.
If you have kids or a significant other, sir, then you have to make it Christmas. Now, you want to say something about bass players? I'll give you 2 minutes. I don't want to drag that out. That's not my topic. Where do you want to go?
Okay. Well, I never hear you mention the inventor of the slap style.
So what, sir? So what? Whoa. So what? So what? I don't mention Larry Graham. So what? I don't mention Stanley Clark. So what? I don't mention Jaco Pastorius. So what? So what?
Oh man, that's the pioneer. I grew up with the people. My father was part of the Ohio Players Organization. So
and the Ohio Players bass player name was what, sir?
Mark Adams.
Sir, I'm about to fucking bang on you. You called me talking about you want to get at me. How are you sitting there and you don't even know the bass player for the Ohio Players with all the hits? His name was Jones. Mark Adams played with slaves, sir. You're confused. Jones played with the Ohio Players. Marshall Jones.
They all from Dayton, and they all switched back.
I want to hear you say you're sorry first. No, don't try and clean it up. Say you're sorry. You had it fucking wrong. Marshall Jones played the Ohio Players.
I might have had it wrong, but they
say you're sorry, sir. I'm getting you out of here. You had it wrong. Mark Adams played with slave. R.I.P. Say you're sorry. Get the fuck off my line.
R.I.P. I'm sorry, but
thank you. Goodbye. Don't call me trying to check me, nigga. I can talk about Stanley Clark and Return to Forever and Chick Corea and every goddamn body. Please don't play with me. Folks, today's show is sponsored by Mr. Skylar Saunders and Booty Wash. Get yourself some Booty Wash. Hold on a second. Wash your booty. Huh? www.naturalorganicwashes.com. I say again, www.naturalorganicwashes.com. Spray this in your ass crack. Or actually, this is cream. You pull a little cream in your ass crack. How do you get it out? I can't get it. Oh, call up here and got the wrong fucking info. He claimed he was related to Ohio Players, did he not? fuck is wrong with that nigga? He forgot to mention Verdine White from Earth, Wind, and Fire. One of the greatest ever. Hold on a second. Okay, I promoted Eric. I'm still looking for the homies, man. Where are you guys at? BBE TV, the podcast on videomixtape.com. I want you guys to call in and promote. Come on, let's find the time. I appreciate you being on board. Okay. All right, give me a second. I just want to make sure I don't miss a few things I was mentioning here earlier. Okay, The Way of Water is what I've been trying to talk about this afternoon. I watched this film yesterday in its entirety. I recommend, if you're a parent, take the kids, let them see all the new technology, you know. I didn't even get a chance to read from fucking Wikipedia. More than a decade after the events of the first film, Jake Sully lives as chief of the, whatever they're called, raises a family with them, which includes sons of blah, 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 blah. Pandora! Okay, this is the planet Pandora! 3 moons, it's I forget. I just didn't feel like reading all the backstory again. I watched it, and that's the way I like to critique films. I like to watch it first. I like to be pleasantly surprised. I like to be intrigued. And with science fiction, science fiction to me has to present the possibilities in the future. This was just some kiddie shit, you know? People jump around with tails, and they had American accents. Sister Bethy, I got your donation. Thank you, Dawn. She says, shout out to Star. I want to interview you one day. Well, stay in touch, darling, with my email address. I'm not doing interviews right now. I will be after February. Okay? Right now, I'm just doing what it is that I do, but I appreciate your support. Sister Bethy, send me an email. Tell me what it is that you want to interview me for. Send me a link to your platform so I can check you out, and I appreciate your donation. Back to this film. The Way of Water. And there's other sequels, if I didn't mention them. Let me give you the dates. They've got the other. Why don't I see the I didn't print that out. Pardon me. I thought I had printed out the other sequels to come. I think 2024 they've got another one coming out, or maybe they already shot it. I don't know. I don't like the story. It's not as intense as, or it's not as intriguing, the plot, as, let's say, a Planet of the Apes. Now, you may say, yeah, you old Star. Yeah, but, some of your greatest dialogue, and again, when we're talking science fiction, you have to look at the golden age of science fiction, from 1938 to 1946. One of my favorite writers, Isaac Asimov. He led the charge in a lot of things. And, of course, Arthur C. Clarke, I've spoken about him before. Ray Bradbury, Frederick Brown. The list goes on and on and on of the great minds that stimulated our thought process, So they didn't have all of the technology, all of the shit moving across the screen. Pew, 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 pew. You had to listen. Planet of the Apes. Was it Planet of the Apes or... Hold on a second. I want to get this right. Or was it? Hold on. I want to make sure I got it right. Planet of the Apes, 1968. At the end, when Roddy McDowell read the scroll to Charlton Heston, it was so fucking beautifully written. Timeless. Beware the beast man, for he is the devil's pawn. Alone amongst God's primates, he kills for sport or lust or greed. Yea, he will murder his brother to possess his own land. Don't let him breed in great numbers, for he is the harbinger of death. I know I missed a couple of lines, but that was great writing, and that was what stimulated generations to come. Again, this film is not trash, but I don't know, blue people with fucking tails. Blue people with tails, what the fuck, man? Lorenzo got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Star, I saw the Avatar film with my family, and we all enjoyed it. Okay. I think we're going to move on to Bow Wow. And Debrat. Hold on a second. Maybe he's just trolling. I'm about to pull up, and I'm just going to put this on my screen. I'm sorry, guys. Baller Alert has the story, and also Vlad TV. I don't know the full backstory, but that's just what it is, Blade, I got your other donation. Thank you for tapping in. Happy Hanukkah, Star. I know you celebrate it. Thank you, Blade. ML, free movie website, big nigga. Sir, send me an email with your email address. And let me just say this. I can't guarantee you because that's a charge. That's called steering. But send me an email. You should have my email address. Hold on. After I promote my other sponsor, Dungeons and Dragons. That's a new book. Where's my email address? Anybody else looking for the free movie website? I can't guarantee you, but if you send in a donation, pow, and then you email somebody at that email address right there, they might send you a link. But here's the thing. Listen to me carefully. Please, ML, listen to me. Do not download anything. Don't sign up. Don't give your credit card number. It's an illegal site. You have to click the pop-ups. Click them, get rid of them, click them, get rid of them. Don't do it on your phone. Look at the movies or try to look at the movies on a computer or laptop. Not on your phone. You'll get malware on your phone, okay? Thank you for your donation. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm not interested in that. Someone just sent me an email that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but thank you. Okay. Lex Diamonds, I got your email. You do spend, Skrilla. Sinner's Path to God. You want to call in and promote your platform? Okay, thank you, DT. I'm going to put that on my screen. Hold on a second. The brat tells Bow Wow to pull up. Damn. Did she call him a pussy nigga? What is she? Shit. Hold on. I got time for the bullshit this afternoon. Okay. And Walla D, I got your donation. Okay. Walla D says, I'll pay to hear Star read post written in Ebonics. Well, sir, that's part of my showrunner from earlier, is the South changing black culture? Thank you for your donation, Walla D. Let me put that back on the screen. I wanted to talk about Diddy, but that's too much. Diddy, in my opinion, should be Man of the Year. He played that girl the fuck out. What's her name? Young Miami? I just found out she's got 2 kids. I thought she had 1. Damn. So Diddy curved a 2-time baby mama, and her fans are tearing her ass up on social media, in case you don't know. Her fans are giving her that work. They're calling Diddy grandpa. They're saying, damn, you let grandpa play you like that? Hold on, guys. South. For those who give a shit, all right? Is the South changing black culture? Sit tight on the phones, guys. I want to fix something here. That could go with your Cash App, sir. And let me say why. And this is not to clown people from the South, because, hey, you've heard me say I love my Geechee relatives. Some of the best life lessons I have learned and heard were from my Southern family. And I brought those things to the microphone. Years ago, when I used to say, you're as quiet as a church mouse. I'm not claiming I'm the first one to ever say that on radio, but my grandmother said that to me back in, when was I born? 6, 7, 6, 9. It must have been 1970 when I was sitting on the porch in Durham, North Carolina on Kent Street. She got me some Hawaiian Punch and some Doritos, and I just sat there for like 15 fucking minutes. And her and my Aunt Samija were playing checkers, and she said, "You're as quiet as a church mouse over there when you get them Doritos, ain't you?" I'm rambling, pardon me. The Brad tells. Give me a second, guys. The point is the South changing black culture? If it is it for the better or for the worse? Okay. All right, let me also go to another one of my sponsors. Hold on a second. On YouTube, youtube.com/@JerseyConcrete. This is the guy who calls in. He's got some very, very, I would say, real life content. He interviews people in the streets. I'll just say people that are, out there, They're out there. Hold on a second. And they're willing to be filmed and to talk. Check out that channel. Tell them I sent you, okay? All right, Big Ikea, got your donation. Damn, Bow Wow can't catch a break. LOL, this nigga been getting internet bullied for over a decade straight. He's been doing some other stuff as well, yes? What else did he do that was kind of weird on social media? I don't want to say he was going to put hands on somebody, but one of his baby's mothers, he was in the elevator with her, and he told his friend, "Yo, she don't know, do she?" As if he was getting ready, get ready to tune her up. He's been wilding, but thank you for your donation, okay? Big Aki. Bompton Badussy G's. So that's why it took you so long to get back over here to my crib, because you was at the store talking to other bitches. Hashtag don't play with me. Hashtag RIP. Okay, thank you. Big Nigga 22 got your donation, okay? Is it Marcel? Hi, Marcel, I got your donation. Star, are you really going to impersonate Wallow with that girl? I already said yes. Yeah. I'm not doing anything illegal. She was fine as shit. And when I got up to the cashier, pardon me, what did he call it? Cash out, check, whatever, check out at Macy's. Here's my receipt at 12:32 p.m. on today's date. See, it says return, Macy's. She started with me. I wasn't trying to holler. I mean, I acknowledged her beauty. I said, damn, this bitch is sexy as fuck. She thought I was Wallow. I'm playing along. Is there anything wrong with that, troll babies? I'm not going to do anything illegal. I'm just gonna go see her with these fucking heels. From time to time, people are up on Instagram saying, yo, are you Wallow's father? I never respond. Lex Diamond's got your donations. Salute Familia, supporting the big machine. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Lex Diamonds. Okay, this is something. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Somebody threatening me. Oh, really? Listen, I'm no tough guy, but I'm in Woodstock. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Is this another one of those NOI niggas? Hold on, everybody, hold on. Let me drop that Addy on you again. Okay. 2350 Town Lake Parkway, Woodstock, GA. Write that down. 2350 Town Lake Parkway, Woodstock, GA. I'm a half a mile, well, a little over a half a mile, about a mile. I'm about a mile away from that Wendy's. I'm there all the time, 8:30 in the mornings, twice a week. I always sit in the parking lot. But now you see, shit is different down here. Don't talk that hot shit and then you come to talk. Anybody in the South know how we deal with niggas when they pull up? Well, you know how to do. We just get to bussing. And that's what I appreciate. We've already done the talking and the exchange. You won't get a chance to try and talk to me. Oh, what is that shit? That was that goofy nigga, Roddy Rebel. You're not going to pull out a gun and back nobody down. As soon as I see you, pow! Pow, 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 pow! Pow! Okay? All right. And let me just make sure I promote another sponsor here before I wrap this up. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark. I got to promote another sponsor I haven't heard from in a while. Urban Gorilla, where are you, man? Do you want to tap in? Promote your platform. What's going on with you? Anything new? Hold on. Okay, nobody gave a shit about Slime Life Shorty. Slime Life Shorty from YSL. He now has told Kevin Lyles, I mean no disrespect, homie, but at some point, the feds are probably going to come see you, man. All these guys are saying it's a gang. You know? Are you the big nigga? That's the question. Who's the leader in the gang? They already got Thugger. Guys, also on the screen, subscribe to Tom Yum Lechon. That's the homie. You already know who that is. Dope Man from hoodboxoffice.com. Dope Man, are you out there? Do you want to tap in before I go? No? Hang on, let me just get rid of all these notes. Nobody gave a fuck about this film, but I watched it. I watched it for you, and I want you to remember. I took the time, not so much because I'm, into the storyline, but I watched it. It wasn't trash. It was all right. All right. Subscribe to Tom Yum Lechon on YouTube. That's the homie, Dope Man. And I already promoted Mr. Skylar Saunders. Devious J, let me promote him as well. And I'm going to play some of the banners at the end of today's broadcast, okay? And if you guys have your banners in rotation, please take notice of your banners and make sure everything is spelled correctly, okay?